So finally, we have a date and a venue for Alexander Usyk going up against GASSIEV in the final of the World Boxing Super Series for the Cruiserweight tournament for all the belts. Undisputed Cruiserweight Championship. Of course, you've got GASSIEV from Russia, who is the WBA and IBF, and Alexander Usyk with WBO and WBC. And this is fantastic that we've finally got a date now, and it's going to be in Russia, in Moscow. Now, of course, this is going to be GASSIEV's home, I suppose, being in Russia. I don't know if he's from Moscow specifically. I have no idea. But obviously with Usyk, he's from the Ukraine, right next door. So great stuff, fantastic. And it's great that Usyk is willing to do this. On the flip side of that, he kind of has no choice. And that's what I love about the World Boxing Super Series, because everything is outlined for the fighters. So you take the managers, you take the promoters, you take the fighters out of it and say, listen, this is when you're going to be fighting, this is who you're going to be fighting, and this is when and where and how much you're going to get paid, etc., etc. So there's no messing around, there's no contract negotiations. All that is done in the opening stages of the World Boxing Super Series. So you pretty much know. So you get this much for this fight, this much for that fight, and in the final, this is how much you're going to get, which is perfect, absolutely perfect. Now, people may say that, well, maybe GASSIEV is going to have home advantage, and it's kind of fair enough to say, but at the same time, he is living in California, in America. So, kind of yes, kind of no. And Usyk as well. Now, Usyk, he is currently 14-0, and he's 31 years old, where GASSIEV is 24 years old, even though Usyk's only had 14 fights and GASSIEV's had 26 fights. But the amateur pedigree is certainly in the favour of Usyk, no doubt about that. But this is fantastic, excellent stuff. So we finally have a date, we have a venue. This will be in the Olympic Stadium in Moscow, and July 21st. So fantastic stuff. Of course, this will be promoted by the World Boxing Super Series, and of course with Kalle Sauerland, even though he's part of Team Sauerland, he's kind of not for this event. So this will actually be promoted by Patriot Boxing Promotions in Alexander Popov as well. So excellent stuff. There is an undercard fight as well between two women, which this looks like this could actually be for Undisputed as well. So we've got the IBF, the IBO, the WBA, and the WBC, and the WBO. So also Undisputed for women. I can't pronounce their names, unfortunately. It is a 33-0 undefeated girl going up against a 7-0 girl. I can't pronounce her names. It's like reading off the alphabet. That's just... Sorry, I'm not going to try. So already we have two Undisputed. We have Undisputed for Cruiserweight and Undisputed for these women. I was going to have a real quick check to see what weight class that they're in. Welterweight. So we're going to have welterweight Undisputed as well for women. So good stuff. Fantastic stuff, actually. So big up everybody who's going to be putting on this show and get this one done. Hopefully we get a date and venue announced for George Groves and Callum Smith as well. Hopefully that's going to be coming up, unless it already has and I'm totally missed it. So if I have, drop in the comments below just so I know. So anyway, that is it. GASSIEV and Alexander Usyk for all the belts around the waist of one man. One hell of a waist, right? So anyway, drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.